Welcome back, family, and thank you for joining us from A to Z TV. Thank you to those who have watched my previous videos and who follow me on Instagram, and for all the love, thank you so much. So I know I haven't posted on here in a while because the world is crazy as we know it, right? But I wanted to come and probably I'll upload a few videos, but one of the ones that I wanted to do for you guys is that Abraham got his first bleed by the title of the video. And so it was quite interesting to say the least. Don't know how he got it. It was an ear bleed, and till this day we really don't know, like, if it was a scratch or like if he did it himself. We just don't know. But you know, I'll insert a few clips of that day, of everything that I was going through and that he was going through. I must tell you, it's as if we bothered him more than the bleed bothered him. Like, we were bothersome. I was a mess, crying. At first, I will say in the morning, I was crying. I was worried. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to have to go to the ER. You guys know how the hospital is right now in terms of the ER. Like, it's just, nobody wants to be there. You know, called it HTC. And I got to tell you, I love my hematologist. But that's because I've also known him since I was 9 or 10. So you'll see there that, you know, he just has, like, it looks so much worse than it actually is. So you see, like, there's blood all over. It was not that bad. Like, once we were able to get it cleaned up, well, the problem was we didn't want to clean it up without knowing exactly, like, what the problem was. Or, like, you want it to clot, right? So you don't want to clean it up so that it could just continue bleeding, and you're removing the clot that our little bodies, his little body can't even make. So the point was to let it continue to try to clot. So let's jump into the video. Hi guys, good morning and welcome from A to Z TV. Yes, this is the face of somebody who maybe slept last night like 2 hours. So we've got our first bleed on our hands here. So Mr. A, I don't know what he did to his ear. It's clearly, like, it's bleeding. That's all I know. And so we wanted to see until the morning to see if it was going to clot. But at this point, call the HTC, see what they want to do. If they want us to come into the ER with the COVID-19 situation, it's like, can I even go to the ER? So I don't know. So we're waiting to see what they want to do. He's not on any prophylaxis. He's going to be 8 months. In a few days, on the 11th, he's going to be 8 months. We had not yet started him on any kind of medication. We had the lock date for, like, you know, any kind of emergency care for such as this, but nothing, you know, on a regular. So we'll see what they want to do. I think at this point it's best to start him on something. We'll discuss that with the HTC, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll be like, no, he's fine. We're just gonna send a nursing, you know, a home visiting nurse for you guys. That's me praying that I'm not gonna have to go into this hospital. But I think I'm going to have to. I will say that a member of our household did already have COVID-19. We all were sick. When I say we all, I mean, like, all the grown-ups in the household. The kids, God bless, were not affected. You know, lost the sense of smell, all of that crazy nonsense. So because of that, like, if we do go out, hopefully we will not get it again. And the kids were fine. They didn't get anything. So we are going to wait, see, hope to get that phone call. I'll keep you guys updated. All right, bye. So, just got a call back from the hematologist. They said that they're gonna provide me with a topical cream. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that before. Like, anyway, I don't know what it's called. I will you know, probably do a video when I get it, because I have to go into town to go get it. So I'm gonna give topical cream for us to put on the ear, and we kind of cleaned it out, or my mother did. She's a pro. Thank God for moms. Sorry, that's my other laptop because I am working from home. Yeah. So he said to apply that today, and then if it doesn't like clean up or stop oozing by tomorrow, then we'll definitely have to come in. But I think at this point, like, we're gonna have to do some kind of doctor's appointment so we can figure out best course of action, because I missed my 6-month appointment. 7 months. He's going to be 8 months, so it's time to set an appointment. Even if it's a telehealth appointment, so we can kind of figure out like where we're going here. Okay. All right. So we just got here at the hospital to pick up the medication for Abraham's ears. I think it's like, so the doctor said it was some kind of collagen powder. So yeah, I gotta tell y'all, after not driving for all that time, I completely forgot how to drive. Yep. Okay. But here with my sister. So gotta get all. So this is not something I've ever seen before, like this clothy material that kind of works as a cloth outside of your body. It's almost like a high-tech gauze, really. But so we used that on his ear, and honestly, it stopped. It did not take very long for the bleeding to stop once we put that on there. I think we left it on for like a day, showered, and we didn't even put anything back on it because the bleed was done. So I will say it was a small bleed. It wasn't, you know, like I made it like a big hoo-ha-ha-ha, but it really wasn't a big hoo-ha-ha-ha. It was really small compared to the actuality of, like, you know, a tongue bleed or a gum bleed or, you know, a cheek bleed. Like, it was not that bad. It was in a place where, of course, we could put that on there. There was no need for any kind of prophylaxis or his medication or anything like that. And I didn't have to bring him to the hospital. Yes. So we were pretty grateful. So I'll say that, you know, first bleed went great. Thumbs up. What did this teach us, though? Well, it taught me a few things. Number one, they're just gonna get bleeds, and you're not gonna know where it came from. Like, I think I was expecting more like, oh, like you cut your finger while playing. Like, you have an ear bleed that I don't know where it came from. Like, did you scratch yourself? Like, did your sister scratch? it just came from nowhere. So that was the first thing that I learned. The second thing I learned is not everything means that you have to run to the hospital. And, you know, it could just be dealt in a different way than the natural, you know, like the normal way of dealing with it would have been to just, if my daughter had gotten it, I would have just been like, okay, we're going to rock out with a Band-Aid all day, right? But with him, it's not that he couldn't rock out with a Band-Aid. He just needed a little something extra that did not require for us to go to the hospital. And so I will also say that my son is a hemophilia severe A. He has less than 1% factor. So he's not mild, not moderate. He's severe A, less than 1%. And it didn't require, you know, for us to go to the emergency room. So I was thankful for that. The other thing that I will say is in the midst of COVID-19, where nobody wants to go to the emergency room right now, and that was one of my fears. I will say that the hematology center really did prepare me for what it meant if I was going to come into the emergency room. They were not going to allow me to leave if I went in there with my son. One parent you go in there, you're not discharged until the kid is discharged. That's just their protocol at this hospital. So just wanted to share that with you, take you guys along my journey of our first bleed, or Abraham's first bleed. And, you know, subscribe, comment, like, let me know about your experience, or maybe we could talk about, you know, your experience going to the emergency room during COVID. And continue following us along this journey from A to Z TV.